To all you Blues fans, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
Let's go Blues.
Let's go Blues!
Is it just you and I, Anna, or is Guy having issues?
Yeah, he's having technical issues.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm having video issues for some reason. So we'll just go ahead and go with me being out of the picture for the moment. And I thought I was in the picture and I wasn't. So, hey, guys, I apologize about the technical issues. But then again, we know if there weren't technical issues, it wouldn't be the BlueNote Fan Report. Hey, hi, Forrest Crump Enterprises, Mike Zook Enterprises, and War Stories Coffee. Check out stlfanreport.com to find out more information. So, guys, this is going to be an interesting game. So, at the end of the last game, we found out that both Colton Parayko, who only played the first, and Vince Dunn, who sometime in the third didn't come back. Don't know much more about that injury. Not sure what it was or what happened, but that's kind of where we're at the moment. What do you think? How do you think this is going to affect the Blues today? And I'll start with Lance on that one while I'm trying to get figured out.
Even though Dunn has been off and on this year, we miss Parayko. In my mind, they should have shut him down right after they put him on injured reserve for a while. His back is in terrible shape, and I know he's a young guy, but you can't keep putting a guy out there that is injured the way he is in his lower back and expect it to heal. I mean, I was told when it first happened that he's going to need surgery in the offseason. They were hoping that he could rehab it and get back in. But I am, in my opinion, I know the Blues want him to be back, and I know Parayko wants to be back, especially if they make the playoffs. But you can't put a guy back in. A back can really cause you issues if you push it too much. He could get more injured. He could have more issues recovering. The surgery might be a different. I mean, there's all kind of things that go into it. I think it'll affect him. I mean, Krug's going to do his best to play. I heard he's at about 70%. So that'll help them out, but we're going to have to really rely on Mikkola, and hopefully, he can really play a physical game. He's 6'6" or 6'7", and people keep saying 210 pounds and 6'7" is big. That's skinny. 6'7" is big, but I mean, I'm 6'4" and 260. I'm big, 6'7" and 210. That's a skinny guy, but he does play a physical game, and they're going to need him to play a physical game to slow some of these guys down.
Yeah. So one thing real quick, Montante says, according to Berube, now I gotta preface this. According to Berube, the injury was unrelated to his original thing. So, I'm kind of, say again.
That's
Can
go
I
ahead,
say
Anna,
something?
and then go ahead, Anna.
Oh yeah, the Vince Dunn injury, it was undisclosed, but the Parayko injury was upper body.
Yeah,
and I agree with everything that Lance said. And I'm looking at the comments right now. Nothing much, just a typical Monday. Had to drink the sugar-free Red Bull this morning.
Yeah, and I was told it was his back. Now, whether that's true or not, the Blues may be, I may be getting my information wrong. but that's what I was told. And
Oh, I
I'm
see.
hoping
I was checking Twitter a few hours ago.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
also saw that Jeremy Rutherford of The Athletic tweeted that Krug was going to be a game time decision.
yeah, yeah. And
He,
I was told Dunn's is a lower
What was
body
that?
injury.
well, they originally came out and said they were both upper body injuries. Oh, I'm almost back. I'm trying, guys. I can't. I'll just go without the green screen for right now. They're both upper body injuries. We'll find out a little more later on that. Oh, sorry, man.
I don't believe him. I don't believe him because I was told by some of the organization it does have something to do with his back. Maybe it's a different back injury, but you and I talked about it, Guy. He's not the same person. We watched him skate. We watched him try to lean to get the puck. He doesn't have the same mobility. They really need to shut him down. I hope it is this sounds bad. I hope it is a different injury and the Blues to start calling it an upper body injury because they're planning on having him come back and don't want teams going after him. I don't know, but he's even when he's 70%, he's a lot better than a lot of guys that can take his place. So,
yeah, I'm kind of with you there. Just it does. I am a little. I don't even know what the word is right now. Just flabbergasted at the way everything's going around. Mary Ann asked, did anyone see Dunn get hurt? And no, I didn't. I don't know what happened. I honestly don't know. You were at the game, Anna. Did you see anything?
Yes, but I couldn't tell what exactly it was because obviously at the game, since I was not in the press box, they didn't give like the play-by-play. And there was obviously nothing like I could look at.
Okay.
Yeah,
understood.
He went off the ice pretty quickly, and I didn't see what happened to him either.
Yeah, that was what I saw, but it wasn't like I got the details.
No.
I hope to get my press pass next year.
Well,
hope you do.
I hope you do too, man. That's great for everybody if you can get a press pass there. Hey, I'm almost a ghost. Woo-hoo! I'll take what I can right now. Yeah, my camera decided to stop working on me, or my software decided to stop working on me, and now I got to reset everything, and it's a pain in the butt to do. So I'll have to do that during the game, I guess. Try and make that work because right now I'm too much of a ghost, I guess.
No, you're not a ghost.
What you got there, bud?
It is Adam Oates signed autograph picture.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow, that is so cool.
And I'm trying to get my studio ready here at home since I'm not going into the other studio very much. I've got a Hall, I've got a Grant Fuhr, I've got Gordie Howe, I've got Yager, I've got a bunch of guys I need to put up in the wall behind me. So
yeah,
How many studios do you have?
We got the one at lineupmedia.fm that's downtown Edwardsville. And then I've got one here in my office that I use, that I've used, specifically since COVID. So,
I see. You're in Edwardsville, right?
Yeah.
Or
I'm actually,
Illinois.
Yeah. I'm in Collinsville. But Edwardsville's about 15, 20 minutes, north from me, I guess you could say, or east. I don't know. I think it's north. Anyway. Yeah. So that's where the studio is. And I used to live closer to it, but, I built my own studio at home. Because, I don't always want to go in there and I don't want other people to have to edit my stuff. I like to be in control of that. So I edit a lot of my stuff at home. So, yeah.
Well, if you need help with editing, you can trust me because I have done that for radio broadcasting, podcasting.
Yeah, I've done it now for about 5-6 years. I'm pretty good at it, but I will tell you this, you can always get better. So yeah, if I need your help, if I need your learning curve. Yeah. I use Adobe Audition and it was a little overwhelming at first because I started out with Audacity. That's pretty easy, but Adobe's more intricate. So I started using Adobe.
Adobe is a little more intricate.
Yeah, it's a little more intimidating, but it puts out a good product and I like it so far. But yeah, if I need help, I'll definitely get in touch with you, Anna.
Oh, thanks, Lance.
Yeah. Oh, the Santini kid, he's had a brief cup of coffee. I think he's played somewhere a little over 110, 115 games, somewhere maybe a little more than that. Decent player. not somebody that's going to blow you off the ice, but he's defensively sound. He's not going to make a lot of mistakes. He is a little physical, but don't expect him to come in and, have a hat trick, which he'll have a hat trick now that I've said that if he plays, because he's only had, I believe, 5 goals in the NHL in his career. He is a magnificent AHL defenseman and just a fringe fourth line defenseman in the NHL. So that's why you've not heard much about him.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything about him. I didn't even realize we had him. I think he was a trade, wasn't he, or was he a draft? I don't think he was a draft.
No,
he's a trade.
He's not a Blues draft pick. They got him in another trade. I don't know if it was one of those things, a player to be named later, but I know he came here through trade.
All right, Rooster says he's got some family out there your way, Lance.
Great.
Richard Campbell asked, is Parayko ever going to be a top D in the NHL, or did he reach his limit? I think he will be. I don't think he's reached his limit if this back issue is not totally bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think he has the potential. You have to remember he's still kind of young. He's like around my age. I hope the injury to him is not that bad. But if he gets injured a third time, I'll start to get a little concerned. I don't want to be biased or anything, but he is one of my favorite players on the Blues roster.
Yeah. The only thing that frustrates me about Parayko, because I was a goalie, but I did play some wing and some defense when somebody else was in goal, is he doesn't use his weight and his height to an advantage a lot of times. He's a really soft-spoken guy, really super nice guy. I wish he had a little bit of Pronger's edge. That's the only thing I think he's missing in his game, is that edge to be physical. But, I think he's 25 or 26, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong, but he's somewhere in that range. And, defensemen a lot of times will come into their own after that age of 26. And look how many years it took Pietrangelo. These guys have to play for, and, being a goalie in the NHL is hard to go from the AHL to the NHL, or from college to the AHL and then to the NHL. But being a defenseman is really hard in the NHL. It's hard to adjust to. The game's faster, the players are faster, their puck movement's faster. I think as long as he can get over this back injury, he'll definitely grow, and he'll be, in my mind, a top 15, 20 defenseman in the league.
Yeah, I'm with you. I do think he's there, especially with that shot, if he's just not afraid of it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the edge. It's that edge. It's that edge you talk about. He is, what his personality is off the ice is the same as his personality on the ice. And that's the problem. And I say that I
wrote an article about five things you probably didn't know about him. And, he is a rather reserved, mild-mannered guy. That's what the players and coaches have said about him. But in my opinion, he has to get a little more physical. He's only had like 2 fights that were recorded. So that's another thing to think about. And so far this season, he only has 1 goal and 9 assists and a +2 rating in 24 games played and 14 penalty minutes.
Yeah, no, there's just, for me, I'm not a numbers guy, believe it or not. I'm an eye test guy. The eye test tells me so much. And the eye test tells me that he's not passing like he should, that he's not as aggressive as he should. And his slap shot has not been the same since game 6 of the the second round of the playoffs in 19, when he nailed Ben Bishop with that slap shot in the collarbone. Right? He's been afraid to take it, even through then, even in the rest of the playoffs. You notice his slap shot it was more aimed center than it was for the sides, or he was slapping it off to come back for a rebound. He's too nice on the ice. And Pronger, nice guy, right? Everybody loves Pronger. Everybody that I've ever talked to that's met him says how great he was. McGinnis. Everybody talks about how nice McGinnis is, unless they played against him.
Yeah, but you know what? I will tell you this. I've met Chris Pronger and spent a couple hours with him. I'll tell you that he is a really nice guy. Really nice guy. But you can tell he's got a little bit of smart ass in him and a little bit of that edge. Just talking to him, he's very straightforward. The reason I like him and Brett Hall, after talking to them for a couple hours, you know exactly where you stand with them. There's no BS. There's no kissing your butt. You know exactly where you stand with him. And I always appreciate that with people like him. He is a nice guy, but he still has a little bit of that edge when he's off the ice. But, they're all great guys. And, maybe Parayko won't be that guy. People keep saying Vladimir Tarasenko needs to take charge of the team. He's very similar to Parayko. He's mostly quiet. He keeps to himself. When he does get upset, and we saw it with Hitchcock in that game when he was leaving the ice and he just chewed all over Hitchcock. When he gets upset, he does get very upset, but he's normally very mild-mannered.
Yeah, and that's, first of all, I got one thing real quick. I got a new person in the group. Joan Kennedy Jameson, welcome. I did a live in the lounge yesterday, and she was one of them that jumped on, and welcome to the show. Sorry I didn't get to talk to you earlier. Dealing with these, if it wasn't for technical issues, I don't know what I do. I got to have some technical issue every game. I started setting up an hour ahead, and I still couldn't get my camera working. Don't know. I just don't know. That just happens. So the other thing that I'm looking at here, we kind of, tonight's game is going to be really dependent on who steps up. This is next man up, right? Mikkola is going to play today. Looks like Krug is on the ice. So it looks like he's going to play, at least, hoped. Go ahead, Marianne, let it go. Joan says, thanks for the warm welcome. I put a poll out on Twitter. Guy, do you need smart people in the video class to help you? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Thank you so much, Jordan. Yeah, thank you so much. I put a poll in Twitter, and it got a lot of response. I think I'm at like 85 votes, and it's got a day left. I've never had that many votes. I usually get like 10. What was the reason? What are some of the reasons the Blues have underachieved? And I had coaching, players not bought in, COVID, and injuries. And then, I left it for other people. And a lot of them have said, I even had one guy that said this team hasn't underachieved. They're just not as good as we thought they were. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. I think on paper, and then he asked me again, and I don't remember who it was. I'm sorry. And I don't have time to look it up.
I do, but I'm not going to say it. I think, okay. I don't want to say it.
No. It's, hey, you're going
to, but it's a combination of all four, in my opinion.
And that's what I was thinking too. And I put, you can't just put you only get 4 choices on Twitter. So I had to look at that.
I'm responding to Chris's comment here. He said that he heard Saad is out. Yes, I heard that too. 2 to 4
Yes, Saad is out.
Yep.
2 to 4 weeks. Yes, that is correct. Saad is out 2 to 4 weeks.
And I see Mary's comment. What happens if Parayko is out for the season and has to have surgery? What do we do? Well, we just have to have a replacement or go without him. We don't have a choice.
Yeah, no, it's the trading deadline's over. It's next man up. But we did get some good news today, and I don't know the results, but the KHL finals are over. The Gorgren Cup is over, right? I didn't know who won. I don't know who won, but it ended today. That means Costin can come back. Oh, for next season. Well, you know what, Mary? I think we just play it by ear, and I think we got a kid that could. This Kessel kid. This Kessel kid had a really, really good NCAA season.
He's not ready for the NHL.
He had, but
trust me, guy. I'm going to tell you something. Dakota Joshua's good. He's not ready to be a full-time player at the NHL level. He's good in spurts when he gets his ice time. But guys like that, you got to fit him in slowly. None of these guys, unless they really go different than what they did in college or what they did in the KHL, Costin's going to be great. He's the one I think is going to be great. You've got other people coming in. I think they're just going to have to rely on Mikkola to come in and really play well. So I'm hoping that he does that and he's up to the task. But I definitely don't want to push Parayko, and I think Anna agrees. You don't want to take somebody who. Yeah, you don't want to take somebody who's young and keep them out there and have that lower back swell But I'm hoping
exactly.
That,
it doesn't really matter the age, though. if
Yep.
you're going to get injury prone, you should not rush someone's recovery. I've had that happen to me when I played girls basketball. It was not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people have to understand that the injured guys, when they were injured, like Tarasenko, that I wrote an article about him, about how he has been picking up the pace, and I got a lot of haters for that, who were saying that he wasn't the same guy that he used to be, but he has been injured like 2, maybe 3 times, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And every time that happens, you're going to slow down a little bit mentally and physically, no matter how healthy you are mentally and physically.
Yeah. Plus he's 31 now. And, you know, I don't care what player you are. When you're the difference between being 31 and 25, you're not the same player. You know, Sidney Crosby. Yeah, Sidney Crosby's not the same player. He's 34 now, 33. He's not the same player he was when he was 25. He's just not. And that's just the way it is. And people been really bashing Vladdy. And I know you got a lot of response to that article.
Crosby is 33. But yeah, he has suffered some injuries too.
Yeah.
He is still one of the best though.
It does take its toll when you get older, and especially shoulder. People keep giving Vladdy a hard time. If you think your shoulder has nothing to do with your shot, you've never played the game and you've never watched the game. The shoulder is huge. It's a huge. Yeah. Imagine having to go play golf after having surgery like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a golf swing. You're almost taking a golf swing in some ways. The core is all that. I talked to Mike Zook, and he said, you know, I had shoulder surgery and my shoulder wasn't the same. So I get that. There's a lot going on, but let's kind of look at today's game. It's a step up game. Who's going to step up, right? Now, let's say Krug doesn't go, and right now it looks like they do, and they're going to go 14-7. I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is having Hoffman as an odd man out and just playing him on the power play. Or something like that. It makes no sense.
Yeah, but Guy, you remember the guy that responded to me, the guy we were talking about earlier?
Yes, I know.
He said it doesn't matter which line you put Hoffman on. It doesn't matter at all. Yes, it does. It most certainly
absolutely does. Fourth line today with Blaze.
Yeah. But here's the thing: you put a guy on a fourth line, they're not first line, second line players. It's not a first, second line center. It does make a difference.
Yes, it does make a difference.
Talking about, well, I don't want to take Perron off of the first with O'Reilly. I don't want to take Sheehan off. Well, you know what? Who scored more goals? Who's been more productive in the last 8 to 10 games?
I brought that up.
Hoffman. Yeah.
Put Hoffman. You know, I would drop Shin down. Look, I get Shin's not going. I get it. Okay. But drop Shin down because you need production. And you look at what O'Reilly did. Look at O'Reilly in the last couple of games, the way he's been picking his team up. Put him with Hoffman and Perron, I guarantee you that line gets 3 goals. I guarantee it. That is a goal-scoring line. And you know what? That's also a fast line with sneaky speed. Teams aren't going to be ready for it. It is time. Now, there's another question here I want to get to. He asked, when is Scott Perovich going to be healthy? They're hoping for next season. It was a shoulder injury, I think.
Yep.
Right?
They've shut him down till next season.
Yeah, so that Lance and Guy, I think I've lost faith in Costin. I have too, but we'll see. And that's why I'm going to put it then. Well, 91 will have a bounce back year next year. I kind of agree on that.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell you something about Costin real quick. Costin, if he works hard, will be a very good NHL player. Right. You know, a lot of guys that come from the KHL, it's a different style of game. It's not like the AHL game. It's not like the NHL game. I have not lost faith in Costin. Give him a couple seasons in the NHL before you lose faith in him.
He definitely has not had any time in the NHL. Well, guys, we're going to keep talking, and while we're talking, I'm going to be doing my pick, so you can see my pick. I'm not going to talk it out. But I want to know, since we only got about 8-9 minutes left, I'm going to start with Donna. What's your expectations for today's game?
Well, I think that it is going to be a high-scoring game that is not so close. My prediction is 7-4.
Wow. Are you putting that in the contest?
I haven't put it in yet, but I will put it in right now.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. That surprises me. I actually think this is an opposite. What do you think, Lance? Did I lose Lance? Hey, Lance,
You know
still
what,
there?
guys?
Yeah.
On Saturday, I should have put this into my pick, but I forgot,
Yeah.
and I got the score correct.
Yeah. I don't remember you saying. I remember you saying 5-3. I remember that because I said I went 5-2. I think.
Yeah, this
Right?
was on Saturday.
Or I went 6-2. Yeah, on Saturday. I remember that. So you know what? I'll give you your 4 points, Anna. Who you
Okay,
didn't pick a
thank
player
you.
but you didn't pick a player, right?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't enter the contest because I was at the game and I was so
Yeah.
nervous.
Oh, no problem. I think this is going to be a low score. I'm going 3-2 Blues, but I'm not very confident in that pick. And you know what? I'm just who am I going to go? There's something it got to go outside. I can't even go outside the box. Hoffman. I'm going with Hoffman. You know, I just have a feeling that something's going to click with him, that he's clicking right now. Whoops. And none of my picks went in. No, there they go. Okay.
I
Click
just
it
made my
again.
picks.
There we go. Okay. So that's how you do your picks, guys. I just wanted to show you mine. Let me pull it out. I guess Lance disappeared on us. I didn't see him come out.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah.
I made my picks.
He's got to pick up some. Oh, okay. That's you. Okay. No problem. There's Lance. We lost him for a second. Tanner says ORR. I mean, that's a good one. Joan Kennedy, it's a full moon and the Blues will win. You know what? I like that. I like that a lot. If you, Anna, do you need to go?
Yeah, it's 6:15.
Oh, okay. I thought, it's 6:15. Oh, that's when the game
starts. Okay. Yeah, that's why I wrote in the private chat. Unless if you missed the number.
Yeah, no. I kind of screwed something up there. That was on me, man. Oh, sorry. This is, some days you just can't get your head right, and this is one of them days. But you're doing the best. Chris Shockley's going 4-2 Barbie. Ashley, I was about to say you better go with this time because it hurt you last time not to pick him. Oh, I think Ashley went with. I seen something earlier. Once puck drop, contest closes. Jordan York went 5-3 Shin. I think Ashley also went with Shin. Oh, no, she went with ORR because, last time she didn't pick him. And, that was crazy. That hat trick. If you were in the contest and you picked ORR, you automatically got 6 points.
Lance is back.
Yep, I got him. You automatically got 6 points, right? Because he had 4 points. Then you get a bonus point for the hat trick. And you had to pick him to win. You had to pick the Blues to win. So that's 6 points. There was a total of 8 points. 2 people got 7.
Wow.
One person picked the score dead on. Brad Pond picked it, had 5-2 or 5-3.
Yeah.
But he had Kairu. So he would have jumped up. So, hey, and the reason I'm going on about that is because it doesn't matter where you're at right now. If you get the score right, or you can jump up in the picks really quick, and everybody's eligible for the door prizes, and the more points you get, the more door prizes. For every 5 points, that's an extra pick. That's an extra door prize ticket. So keep getting your picks in. It doesn't matter how late you enter, how early you enter. Go to stlfanreport.com, go to contests, and drop down to the Hawaii Blues Fan Contest. It's the second one. Go from there. You need to sign in with Google. It's not a big deal. You can use any email address. Don't have to have a Google. Just make a quick Google account. Any email address takes 2 minutes and you're good to go. Joan, who's a new person to the show, welcome. Hey, Joan, I hope you share this in the lounge and tell the lounge all about Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, and the Blue Note Fan Report. Just have to have the pick in before puck drop. That's right. Jess York says 3-2 Perron. She hates her some Perron, and she loves them at the same time. I love that with them. So, Lance, what do you think's going to happen for tonight's game?
Well, I'm picking the Avalanche to win just because of the Blues. It's hard for the Blues to ever win 2 games in a row this season. It seems like they look pretty good in one game, and the next game they just fall apart. I think it's going to be a competitive game, but ultimately I think Colorado will take the lead towards the end of the game and really take the game over. However, if Bennington has one of his best games and just pulls a rabbit out of his hat, it could be a low scoring game, but I'm expecting a high scoring game.
Hey, Ian,
Okay,
send your
I'm glad
pick
I'm not
in.
alone. I picked 7-4 Blues.
Yeah, that's wow. I mean, I hope you're right, Anna. I wouldn't mind seeing an
I hope
entertaining
so
game like
too,
that.
because I
But
was
at the
right
s-
on Saturday, and I should have made a sports bet on that game and got in some money.
Yeah, there you go, Anna. I
It's
love
always
it.
like every time I get something right, I
Yep.
never bet on it. But
Yep.
when I bet on something, I get it wrong. I lose money,
Yep.
and I just get really pissed off.
Oh, no problem. No problem. I love that. I just think that Bennington needs to have a shutdown lockdown game, a game where he gives up one or two. And this is the time to do that. And right now, this reminds me a little bit, and I know Lance hates this game, reminds me a little bit of the Lightning game a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
Right. When we went into, Jordan was still new. He'd only been in the league 2 weeks. It was right after the All-Star break.
Yep.
They had just come back and beat Florida after giving up 2 goals. Dad's trip type game. And to beat that team 1-0 was a catalyst. That was the catalyst. That was the moment for me that the season flipped, because this team, they understood right then and there that they could beat the best team in the league. And I have tonight's game for me is that, because with all the injuries, with everything, you just beat them, and you handedly beat them in the third period. I know it was 3-3, but you won that third period heavily, right? You came out in the third and you played really good, strong hockey. If you can do that again today, this is a catalyst game. But it's got to be a tight checking, low scoring game. Bennington's got to step up, and you have to limit their shots. With set out, the possibility is there. Makar, put a body on him. You know who I'd put on Makar? I know, and I'm going to get all the hate in the world. I put Mikkola on Makar. Why? Because Mikkola's fast. He's got speed, and he can keep up with them, and he's got enough of a body to check them. So that's what I do. It's almost game time. So, Lance, I have you back for the intermission?
Yeah, I should be able to, unless something drastic happens.
Okay. Anna, will you be here for the intermissions, or are you going to come back to post game?
No, I can't go to either. I have work that I need to do.
Okay, no problem. So I'll have Brock fill in for you. So it'll be me, Brock, and Lance on the intermissions and the post game. Anna, thank you so much for joining us on the pregame show. This is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, saying aloha, mahalo. Thank you for watching the Blue Note Fan Report on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Brought to you by Forrest Crump Enterprises. If you need work done, see the number down below. Aloha. Check out stlfanreport.com. Dun, 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 dun. See,
have a good night, Anna.
The wrong button. That's why I
You
started
too,
it ahead.
Lance. Have a good night, guy.
Good night, Anna. Talk to you later. See you at the intermission, Lance.